My beloved, I see you in this very moment not as the world sees you, but as you truly are. I notice the quiet heaviness that settles in your chest when no one is watching, the lingering ache behind your resilience, the questions that whisper beneath your most composed expressions. You don't have to pretend here. My presence surrounds you more closely than your next breath. I am here not just to observe your struggle, but to carry it with you. Let your soul exhale. Let the tight grip of survival soften in my arms. You were never meant to walk through the storm alone. Every drop of rain, every wind that shakes you, every wave that has tried to pull you under, I have been there. Not one moment of pain escaped my attention. I gather your sorrow like precious dew. I turn your sighs into sacred prayers. You are not abandoned, not forgotten, not overlooked. You are held in everlasting arms, and no force on earth can separate you from my care. The pressure you feel, the weight that won't lift, is not without meaning. Even in the darkest stretches of this road, I am shaping you. In the silence that feels unbearable, I am building resilience in your spirit. When you feel unseen, I am strengthening your foundation. These aren't wasted trials, they are sacred tools in my hand. What has tried to break you will soon be the place from which strength rises like morning light. When confusion wraps itself around your decisions, pause and remember, I am not the author of fear. I don't lead by panic or chaos. My guidance is steady, patient, wise. You don't have to figure it all out at once. Walk with me step by step. You are not behind. You are not late. You are on my divine timeline, and I waste nothing. There is a purpose moving through every disappointment and delay. I am teaching your heart to endure without growing bitter. I am helping you learn the language of hope in a world that only speaks of fear. Even now, I am whispering truth where lies have lived too long. I am peeling away the labels others placed on you and replacing them with my eternal name over your life. Chosen, called, strong, redeemed. Lift your eyes from the dust of discouragement. Look higher. See me, the one who walks beside you through the valley and the fire. I have never left you. I have never turned my face away. I see how much you're carrying, how long you've been pressing on without answers, how your heart longs for relief. And I say to you now, you were not created to just survive. You were created to overcome. Do not be afraid of your emotions. I welcome your tears. I understand the tiredness that sleep can't fix. I know the thoughts that circle your mind at night. Bring them to me. I do not shame your struggle. I sit with you in it, and I lead you out not by force, but with kindness. My voice calls you deeper, not into confusion but into clarity, rooted in who I am. You are not too weak. You are not too broken. You are not too late to become everything I have spoken over your life. What I begin, I complete. What I promise, I fulfill. Though the road curves and twists, the destination remains steady. I am your faithful guide. What seems impossible from where you stand is already unfolding from where I see. When grief lingers like fog, remember the breath of my spirit still blows through your soul. I have given you the strength to stand even when the ground trembles. Beneath your feet, I have placed courage in your chest, even when fear tries to lock it away. You may feel like you're walking through fire, but this fire is not here to destroy you. It will refine you. It will awaken you to the power of my spirit alive in you. Speak life even in the waiting. Speak hope even when your voice shakes. Let faith rise not because everything makes sense, but because I am trustworthy. You don't need to have all the answers to stand firm. You only need to trust the one who holds them. Each day you continue walking when you feel like stopping is a triumph in my eyes. Each choice to believe instead of giving in to despair writes a new line in your story of victory. You're not defined by what tried to break you. You are defined by the one who has kept you. You are not your wounds. You are not your past. You are mine. The world around you changes, news, cycles, seasons, relationships, but I remain the same, constant, present. Mighty, you can anchor yourself to me when everything else unravels. I am not shaken by your fear. I am not surprised by your questions. I invite you to bring it all, raw and real, and lay it at my feet. I don't just heal the obvious wounds, I tend to the quiet ones, the ones no one else knows you carry. Let me remind you again, your life is not random. Your battles are not in vain. Every struggle you've faced has a thread of glory running through its threads. I am weaving into a tapestry of grace. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do. I see who you are becoming. I see the strength rising in your spirit even now. When you wake up tomorrow and the burden feels the same, remember this truth. You're already stronger than you were yesterday. Not because of your own might, but because my spirit is alive in you. The same power that raised me from death is working in your life, even when you feel weak. The same love that formed the stars wraps around you now. I have not forgotten what you've asked for. I've heard every whispered prayer, every desperate cry behind closed doors. My timing is perfect, not always understood, but never late. When the door remains closed, trust that I am still working. I'm preparing you for what I've prepared for you. There is alignment happening in the unseen. I am building character, stretching faith, anchoring you in truth that will carry you for the rest of your life. You are not too small to make a difference. Your words matter, your presence matters. The love you offer in ordinary moments shifts atmospheres. Your obedience even in small things builds legacy. Do not underestimate what I can do through a heart fully yielded. Let joy return. Not because your problems are gone, but because you're not facing them alone. Let peace arise, not because life is perfect, but because I am here. I am your refuge, and your reward. I am the one who walks beside you through the fire and never lets go. My hand is steady, my voice is sure, my promises are unshaken. Even now, I am pouring strength into your soul. Even now, I am releasing clarity where there was once confusion. Even now, I am surrounding you with my angels, guarding the purpose I've placed within you. You may feel tired, but what you carry is holy. You may feel stretched, but you are being prepared. Keep showing up, keep trusting, keep speaking my truth aloud. Your faith is not fragile, it is being forged in fire. And what is formed in fire will stand the test of time. I am not just protecting why I'm empowering you. I am not only with you, I am within you. Rest in that. Not the kind of rest the world offers, but the kind that reaches your bones. The kind of rest that whispers, you are safe, you are known, you are loved beyond comprehension. This is not the end of your story. This is the chapter of becoming, the season of being strengthened, the moment your soul begins to rise with quiet confidence. Let this be your anchor. I am your God, I am your peace, I am your portion, and even now, I am working all things together for good. When your heart aches in silence and no one notices the weariness behind your eyes, I do. In the stillness of your solitude, I draw close. I hear the thoughts you don't dare speak, the longing you carry like a hidden wound, and the heavy memories that return in waves when the world grows quiet. I see how deeply you yearn to be whole again, not just in body, but in spirit. In the quiet chambers of your soul where the echoes of past pain still whisper, let me meet you there, not with condemnation or correction, but with compassion. My presence is not distant, and I do not watch from afar. I draw near to bind up the places that bleed within you. Your loneliness is not a sign of abandonment, but a place where my voice becomes clearest. I do not rush past your sorrow, I sit beside it, gathering every tear like a sacred offering. Each moment you felt invisible has been a moment I held you more closely. Your healing is not delayed. It is unfolding layer by layer, wound by wound. I am restoring what life has broken. Where others gave up on you, I remained. When you questioned your own worth, I whispered your name with delight. You are not a burden. You are my beloved worth. Every moment of tender care, though your heart has known rejection, let me now fill it with belonging. I will not just patch what is broken, I will make it new. You were never created to walk through these shadows alone, even in your darkest hour. My light surrounds you like a shield. When you feel most abandoned, I am carrying you. And when you feel forgotten, I am calling you by name. Your body may tremble, your voice may falter, but your value has never wavered. I knit every part of you together with intention and wonder. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat was shaped with my purpose. Nothing about you is accidental. The pain you've known is not the end of your story. It is the soil where resilience grows, where my strength takes root. Let my spirit be the balm that soothes your soul. Let my word be the gentle wind that clears the fog from your thoughts. In your stillness, I am not silent. In your weakness, I am not absent. I dwell within you, and I am rebuilding you from the inside out. You may not yet see the healing, but it is already moving through you, like dawn breaking beneath the horizon, like spring rising beneath winter's frost. Every prayer you've whispered in the night has reached me. Not one has been ignored. I hold them close, shaping miracles that will soon bloom in your life. You were not created for despair. You were made for communion. Intimacy with me will restore what fear has stolen. You long for and peace. You search for love. I am the source of love itself. Let my nearness fill the hollow spaces within you. Breathe deeply. Rest here in the truth that you are seen, known, and cherished beyond comprehension. The ache of loneliness is real, but so is the power of my presence. Even when no human hand reaches for yours, my hand never lets go. Even when no one understands your silence, I interpret it as a sacred song. You are never truly alone, not for one breath. Come, sit in my presence. You don't need the right words. You don't need to prove your faith. Just be still. Let the sound of my love pour over you like rainfall on thirsty ground. I will renew what has faded. I will awaken what was buried. Your soul will rise with a strength, not your own, a strength born from surrender, not striving. There is a beauty emerging from your brokenness, and though others may not see it yet, I do. I see how you keep loving despite the pain, how you keep believing though discouraged, how you keep showing up even when weary. This perseverance is precious to me. I will reward your faithfulness, not with fleeting pleasures, but with joy that endures, with peace that holds fast in the fiercest storm. And my love, it is not fragile or fleeting. It is unshakable, everlasting, steady through every season. I am not like those who left. I do not change my mind about you. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are mine. So let me lift the burdens you've carried alone. Let me speak healing over the places you thought would always hurt. Let me touch your past with mercy and your future with promise. Let me breathe life into your present moment right now. You are not defined by what you've lost, but by the love that holds you now. You are not forgotten in the crowd or buried beneath shame. You are celebrated in heaven. I dance over you with joy. I sing over your life with songs of deliverance, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. My creation, my treasure, my child, do not harden your heart because of what others have done. Do not let bitterness root in the wounds they left behind. I will heal even that. I will teach you how to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your heart deserves peace. I will not only bring you comfort, I will make you a vessel of comfort for others. Out of your healing, others will find hope. Let me teach you how to love again, starting with me. Fall in love with the sound of my voice. Fall in love with truth that sets you free. Fall in love with the one who knows every part of you and loves you still. Let this love reshape your vision. Let it soften your edges. Let it ignite a holy fire in you that the world cannot extinguish. You are still here, still breathing, because your purpose has not ended. I will use even the quietest moments to reveal my glory through you. In your aloneness, I am planting something deep, a wellspring of faith, a fountain of grace, and soon it will overflow, not just for you, but for all who encounter your life. Be patient, child. This season of healing takes time, but every step forward is progress. Every quiet moment in my presence is holy. Every tear you cry here is caught in my hand and turned into strength for the days ahead. So trust me, even when you feel nothing, even when the silence stretches longer than you hoped, even when the healing seems far away. I am at work within you. My spirit moves where the eyes cannot see. My love presses gently into every bruise, every scar, every hollow ache. You are becoming whole. You are learning to live loved. You are rising from the inside out, clothed in divine strength, bathed in mercy, and rooted in the truth that you belong to me, and this belonging, this sacred nearness will never be taken from you. There is a sacred moment when the soul, once shattered by sorrow, begins to reflect the light it has received. That moment is now. You have journeyed through the valley of loneliness, crossed deserts of anguish, and wept in silence while the world hurried past, and yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, with a heart that, though bruised, still beats with the rhythm of love. This is the miracle unfolding within you. You are no longer only a recipient of healing, now you are a vessel that carries it. I have poured living water into your deepest wounds, and it now flows outward, quietly touching those around you. That smile you give in the hallway, the quiet patience you extend when others fall short, the way your presence calms a room, these are not small things. They are signs of divine restoration, ripples of grace that extend farther than you know. Have learned not just to survive pain, but to redeem it. This is the mystery of my spirit at work. I do not waste your trials, I sanctify them. I use what was meant to break you to build you into a refuge for others. Through you, my compassion gains new hands, my tenderness, new expression, my forgiveness, new reach. You are becoming a reflection of my heart, one that knows the ache of abandonment and the sweetness of my embrace. When you encounter those carrying sorrow, you will not flinch. You will recognize the silent signals of grief in their eyes, because you once carried them to end. In that moment, you will speak not from a script, but from a healed heart. Your words will carry my truth. They will be balm to hidden wounds, a soft invitation to come closer to me. You won't need to fix anyone. You will simply love them the way I loved you, patiently, powerfully, unconditionally. Healing is not only about your relief, it is about awakening the divine within you. My spirit is not a visitor, he is your constant companion. And now, reconciled with me, you can reconcile others. The bitterness that once gripped your chest has dissolved into mercy. The blame you once carried has fallen like ash to the ground. You see now how even your enemies are worthy of compassion, not because they earned it, but because I offered you the same when you least deserved it. Forgiveness flows from those who have tasted it, and you, my beloved, have tasted deeply. Restoration means returning to the original design, and your original design was love. I created you in my image, radiant, whole, deeply good. Sin distorted that image, but grace restored it, not by your effort, but by my sacrifice. Now you walk clothed in righteousness, not as a burden but as a celebration. You are free, not to forget your past, but to reframe it in the light of my redemption. What was once a pit has become a platform. What was once shame has become testimony. Do you feel the peace beginning to rise like morning light? This peace is not dependent on perfect circumstances. It is rooted in knowing me. It grows when you remember who you are and whose you are. You are not an accident. You are not a burden. You are not too broken. You are chosen. You are cherished. You are sent. As you walk forward, let your steps be steady with purpose. The world does not need your perfection. It needs your authenticity. It needs your vulnerability, your story, your presence. It needs your prayerful voice speaking healing into darkness. It needs your courage to forgive even when the apology never comes. It needs your quiet faith, the kind that keeps showing up, keeps serving, keeps hoping. I call you not only healed but a healer, not in your own strength, but through mine. You are a carrier of my kingdom now. Wherever you go, heaven follows. When you pray, chains break. When you bless, things grow. When you simply believe, strongholds collapse. Not because you are powerful, but because I am and I live within you. This is reconciliation, not just with people, but with your calling, with your God, with your own heart. You have returned home, not as a stranger, but as a beloved child. And here, in my embrace, there is no shame, only belonging. Let this truth settle into your soul like rain after drought. You are safe, you are forgiven, you are whole. And now, beloved, rest in the glow of this peace. Let it wrap around your mind like a warm blanket and settle into your bones like sacred stillness. You are no longer fighting to survive, you are dancing toward your destiny. My hands that held you in brokenness now lift you into purpose. My voice that calmed your fear now sings over your future. There will still be storms, yes, but you will not face them alone. You have learned to trust me in the dark, so now you will see me even in the light. The shadows will try to return, but they will not find you the same. You know where to turn. You know who to call. You are grounded in me, and no force on earth or in hell can uproot what I have planted in you. So go now not as someone merely restored, but as someone sent. You are my witness. You are my song. You are my hands on earth. Let the world see your healing and believe again. Let them feel your peace and long for it. Let them know, through you, that I am near, always near. And when night falls and questions return, remember, I am the answer that never changes. I am the peace that outlasts chaos. I am the love that will never leave. I am your God, and you are forever mine. Beloved soul, now that you have stood beneath the downpour of my mercy and been washed in the waters of renewal, I whisper something deeper into your spirit. What I have done in you, I long to do through you. The healing you have received was never meant to stay contained. It was always destined to overflow. You carry a light that was lit not merely to warm your own heart, but to guide others out of their shadows. Let every scar become a doorway through which my compassion passes to another. Let every wound, once weeping now, shine with testimony. The very places where you once bled are now anointed with holy balm and power to restore. You are not just the healed, you are a vessel of healing. Look around, dear one. The world groans with silent pain. So many walk with cracked souls and weary hearts, convinced they are alone. But I have placed you in their midst as a living reminder that I see, that I save, that I mend what seems shattered beyond repair. You are my answer to someone's quiet cry. You are my response to desperation. When you speak peace, they will hear my voice. When you extend kindness, they will feel my embrace. Do not underestimate the divine weight of your presence. You no longer walk as the one barely surviving, you walk as the one infused with eternity. Even in the smallest moment, and attentive glance, a patient silence, a gentle word, my spirit breathes through you. I have chosen you not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. And in your willingness, I move mountains. Forgiveness now flows from your healed heart. What once felt impossible to release now rests easily in your open hands. You no longer carry the bitterness of yesterday. You've laid it down at my feet, and in its place I have planted grace. You have tasted mercy, so now you serve it to others, generously and without fear. The chains that held you no longer exist, and you have become the key for others still locked in regret. Yes. There will be days when sorrow tries to revisit, when you feel the old ache knock at your door, but you are not who you once were. You carry my presence now like fragrance on your skin. Darkness cannot linger where my light has rooted deep. Even your solitude has become sacred, no longer barren but blessed a secret garden where we commune, where you draw strength from my closeness, and where you are filled to pour out again. Your voice is no longer uncertain, it is clear with purpose. It sings of the one who rescues, the one who never forgets, the one who binds up the broken-hearted and crowns them with dignity. Through your words, others will begin to hope again. Through your walk, they will see me. And what of reconciliation? It flows now like a mighty river. You've reconciled with yourself first, silencing self-hate and judgment with my truth. You've reconciled with the past, not by rewriting it, but by seeing it through the lens of redemption. And now, I call you to be a reconciler in the world. Where there is division, sow peace. Where there are wounds between hearts, stand as a bridge. I will teach you how to love with wisdom, how to embrace without losing yourself, how to speak with clarity and kindness even in difficult places. You do not carry this mission alone. My spirit dwells within you, whispering when to move, when to pause, when to speak, and when to simply be present. You are not trying to be a savior, I am the savior. You are my instrument, finely tuned, beautifully restored, uniquely positioned. Room you enter will sense the shift, not because of your strength, but because of my glory. You no longer need to convince anyone of your worth. You stand in identity, rooted in love, saturated in purpose. You are not only walking forward, you are lifting others as you go, and in doing so, you glorify me. There is no shame in remembering where you came from. It does not weaken your witness, it strengthens it. Every testimony you carry is a story of my power, my timing, and my grace. Tell it often, tell it without embellishment or fear. Your transparency will heal more than your silence ever could. And if you ever wonder whether it matters if your obedience, your small acts of kindness, your hidden prayers have this, heaven records each one. I am writing a legacy through you that echoes beyond your lifetime. Souls are touched not only by great sermons, but by faithful footsteps, quiet intercession, and tears cried in surrender. Let your days be soaked in my presence. Let your heart remain soft before me, and when you feel dry or empty, return to the well that never runs dry. I will fill you again and again, until your cup overflows in wild abundance. Even now, my peace is covering you like a soft blanket at nightfall. Breathe it in, let go of striving. You have found your place in me, and in that place, there is no fear, no lack, no condemnation, only belonging. Let the warmth of this belonging soften every hard memory. Let it smooth over every harsh word you've spoken or received. My love rewrites the narrative. My mercy renews the script. You are not defined by failure but by redemption, not shaped by pain but by purpose. Today, your life is no longer just about surviving. It's about becoming a reflection of heaven. And what is heaven if not a place where love is perfect, joy is complete, and peace never ends? So stand tall, child of light. Be the voice that echoes grace. Be the hands that offer healing. Be the eyes that see the unseen. And as you do, remember, I am with you always. Your story, your scars, your strength, they all speak of me. And in this final movement of our melody, let your life become a song of wholeness, a sound that touches others with comfort, wisdom, and hope. You are healed to heal, forgiven to forgive, embraced so you might embrace the world. You are my letter to the nations, sealed with love, written by grace, and delivered by mercy. Now go, live in peace, and let that peace become the anthem of everyone you touch.